and welcome back to another video. It's an exciting one. I've been looking forward to this one. It's time to put the spreaders on the combines. Seems fairly simple. 2 bolts up there, and you've got the L brackets that you can use to go up and down, change where you want your spreaders, and then actually 2 bolts underneath there that you can slide it back and forth also if you wish to do so. It's fairly simple. Directions are maybe a little bit complicated, but self-explanatory, I guess. There's not much going on. We got the rubbers on one of them already, so looks like it'll work pretty good. Now I think before I start putting the actual spreaders on the motors, I think I'm gonna start the hydraulic hoses first while it's nice and open here, so I don't have all this in my way. The directions are definitely becoming easier and easier as we go along, starting to understand it more. That piece had its own pamphlet, little paper for directions. This rear deflector also had its own directions, and this right here also has its own directions, which that is actually pretty neat. These are actually supposed to go, I believe, right here somewhere, something like that, just to deflect it away from the axle back here, or that way trash can't fly back there as easily. But like I just said, I am gonna put a halt to that. I did build this just because I was opening boxes, and then I seen it there, like, oh, that's easy enough, I'll just build that real quick. So I built that. That is gonna be easy to assemble. Just 2 U-bolts. It's gonna go right here in the center like that. Fairly simple. I'll leave that there, that's its own thing. And I want to start on this right here. These hoses, they look like they're all taped, color coordinated. So this right here should be fairly simple. Yeah, and this guy right here, this short one, I'm assuming will go right here in between that one and that side, and then right here on this side. Nice. We made a slight mistake following the directions. We shouldn't follow the directions to the T, because it recommended the next step was to attach the one hydraulic hose. So I unscrewed it, and then a lot of hydraulic oil started pouring out, so we got a mess now. We're gonna wait with attaching that hose all the way till the end. We're gonna do everything else first. We're gonna skip step 3 and do 4, 5, and 6 first, and then go back to 3, because now I'm all hydraulic oiled up. So we're gonna mount this bracket here first for this control valve, and then we're gonna do all the hydraulic lines to lead up to the motors, and once that's all done, then we can attach the main hydraulic. I believe that's where it goes. I'm still a little confused on where it goes, because this combine is a little bit different than the one that I looked at a while back. But I looked over it, and this line right here is this line here by the header. It's the same one that comes out of here, and I believe it's the return, because I believe this one's the pressure and this is the return for the header. So it's that same line. It also tees into lifting the header up and down, so it all ties into the header essentially. But that was this one, and all the fittings look like they will work for that fitting right there. So theoretically it should work. If it doesn't, we'll just have a bigger hydraulic mess once we're done with it. We'll clean it up later. I got pliers for you. Or did you get it out of there? There we go. Yeah, this orange hose should lead right into that side of that motor. This one is connected from this motor to that one. We're essentially making a giant loop, from what I gather. Hydraulic hoses are all connected. I right away put some hose wrap on there just from whenever it's touching. Don't want to risk breaking any hydraulic hoses. Got it going up here. This is the inlet right here, and this one, that's the return going up. It all comes to this side. So this hose right here originally went into right here. Now we just took it off, teed it into there. It's making a giant loop, goes to the spreaders, and then it comes back and feeds back in here where it originally came from. So seems simple enough. I think that's where it should go. We're gonna crank up the combine here now and see if it actually works before we start putting it on all the spreaders. All right, crank it up. Great. Well, we busted a line. Yep, right there. Don't you just love to see that, folks? It looks like it's this line that busted. Oh, it was already bad to begin with. Oh, it's like all the way off of there already. I guess I'm not surprised. Well, it's the first combine. The first combine gets all the kinks worked out, right? Now we're working. New hydraulic hose and we're up and running. That is beautiful. I guess he's messing with it. Yeah, so I don't think it was our fault. I don't think we had it hooked up wrong because we didn't change anything. I think this hose right here, by this metal bracket, it had just worn down enough bare metal on that hose and just worn completely through, and I guess slightly more pressure this extra bit was creating, and that caused it to rupture. But new hose, we actually put some hose wrap on here this time, so that should keep it from breaking in the future. Got it away from this chain, so we should not have an issue like that ever again. I think this one's ready to go. These hoses, this one here and that hose right there was leaking a little bit, but we just tightened them pretty good. Now we parked it here beside the barn. We're gonna use the pressure washer and wash some of that oil down because it sprayed it all over the place. Like the whole outside got covered in oil, but it works. She's working. As you can tell, it's gonna come nicely right here. You did notice we for sure have to extend this because this is coming right here. Potentially a lot of the hay can actually just fall right on top of here and potentially pile up. So we definitely need to extend it by at least 6 to 8 inches, maybe for sure, maybe 10, maybe a foot, I don't know, something for sure more, so that majority of it falls on top of the discs and not in between there and starts piling things up. So we'll get this one cleaned off and then on to the next one tomorrow. Then we'll hopefully get both of the next two done tomorrow. That's the plan anyway, because this one took us all afternoon, and tomorrow I feel like if we get one done in the morning and one in the afternoon, I feel like that's doable. Now we did the first one, now we know what to do. I think it should be a smooth sail from this point forward. We'll clean up some of this. I guess I was gonna make a pile over here, but I guess we can make a pile over here because we're gonna use all these tools again. Might as well leave them lying around. And look, we got extra bolts. That means we did the job better than what the directions say, right?
It's weight reduction.
It's weight reduction, yeah. All right, next day and the next combine. Let's try to get both of the next ones done today. Now that we know where it all went the first time, putting this second spreader on is a million times easier. I feel like it's going by a lot faster too. Yep, got everything hose wrapped, not just this rear deflector shield. And then the second one's done, and before lunch. And then I'm gonna hop in the combine. I'm gonna turn it on right now, right? While you have your hand there.
How far did you have it?
I don't know, the other one I felt like...
I'll push it towards straight.
Yeah, let's see. Just to where I think they're decently close. I don't know how far away they're supposed to be. This one's... Yeah, I think about it like that. I don't know how close they're supposed to be. We can go a little further away maybe.
Straight?
Well,
Left and right?
Yep, right there. I don't know if that was too much, but we'll figure that out more when we get into the field. Then we'll know if we need to change stuff or not. Especially these. If we need to move these, we'll figure that out in the field if we need to change stuff. Yeah, I think she's running on fumes. All right. Wow, that fan's blowing a lot. Test number 2. Might take a while for the air to bleed out of there, but just start to spin here in a little bit. Hopefully we have no hydraulic leaks on this combine. No major hydraulic leaks. It's just leaking a little bit there where we were tightening all the hydraulic hoses. I already thought I tightened them as much as I possibly could, but I guess you can never make them too tight, so we want to pressure wash this combine just like we did the other one. It's not as near as oily as the other one was yesterday, but we still want to pressure wash it regardless. I'm going to park it over here beside the barn. Once I got it parked, then we'll grab the wrenches back out and we'll try to tighten them even more. And I don't know if y'all noticed or not, but back here we're missing this piece right here. That's because we took it off. We brought that piece over to FIM, Fairs Manufacturing. They're gonna make us a piece like that, just a little bit longer, with all the same holes and everything, so that way we don't have to add an extra piece on there, make it look funny. So we're just gonna get just a little longer piece for all 3 combines. That's how we're gonna extend it. So this part here is good now. This one was leaking a little bit, and then I believe this one right here was leaking. Nope, this one. Yeah, there's a little bit of oil there. That one was leaking. I don't think that one is leaking. That one should be fine. It's just this one. That one, and then I think this hose that goes up there, that one was leaking a little bit also. We'll get them tightened and then should be good to go. So this hose right here, that collar back there, we tried tightening that more. It is leaking a little bit there. We cannot seem to get it any tighter. But we're gonna eat some lunch first and then we'll come back. Maybe we'll swing at it again, see if we can tighten it one more time. But for now, that's as tight as we could make all these hoses. All these over here, tighten them a lot more. I am worried about cracking one end of this housing here. I am worried about it, but I guess we tighten them even more. It should be fine. Maybe you should even put a zip tie right here, just so that it doesn't constantly move and potentially wear out these hoses. But other than that, a good washing to get all the hydraulic oil off, and then this combine's ready to go. Put a little bit of degreaser on everywhere over here. Get rid of a little bit some of that oil. Just that way it doesn't stick. We'll re-grease the chain later. We won't worry about that right now. This combine, however, is exactly like the combine that I looked at a while back, where On the other two combines, the hose that I was connecting it to was the one coming out of here. This one I got to connect it to down here, and it tees into right here. So we're gonna need to figure out a slightly different way to mount that bracket back there for that valve, because one of the hoses has to come over here and then down that way. So we'll have to see where exactly we'll have room for it, because it's a whole different area here now than it was before.
Check this out. This time I'm skipping this one instead of skipping this one.
Whoa. Calm down there.
You know why? Now, oh, this one's different. Watch it now be where I can't get to that one with the impact. Because I did it with the other one. I was thinking about the other one again. I'm gonna be so scared.
You're gonna do it exactly wrong, exactly the wrong way than what you want it.
Watch us get none of them.
Did you hear something back there?
I barely clipped it.
Uh-oh.
It'll be fine.
Oh yeah, it'll be fine. This combine is a little bit different. It doesn't fit here as nicely as the other combines did. This has to go right here. And we want it to go up for however it comes there by the body over there. It doesn't work as well if we put this hose down. So this hose is not near long enough. It's a very short hose. So we're gonna have to go to town. We're gonna have to get them to make us this exact hose, but longer. Once we got this bracket on there with the valve body on there, then we'll measure it and we'll see exactly how long that blue hose needs to be. So that blue hose needs to come in to the top right here. Right there, this is how it's supposed to come. Blue hose comes right here, and it's gonna come up from right here. Yeah, we opted for putting it back at the same old spot. Anywhere else does not seem to work. We'll just have to for sure lengthen that hose. But I really like that spot. It's been good. It's very, very sturdy. This whole plate here doesn't really move. Plus we add that bracket that it comes with. So overall, it's really nice. The hoses can just go straight down right there. I'll finish tightening these bolts for this bracket, and then I'll start connecting these hoses. This one goes, I believe, right here, and that other one goes to the bottom of this one. And then we'll have to go get that hose, go to town, make a longer one. All right, there's that new hydraulic hose. Now this one actually reaches here. It's supposed to attach right back there like so. Nice, I like it. We'll tighten that one, and then time to get messy again with taking this off and attaching this hose to that one and attaching this one to that one where this one originally went onto. And the last one's done. I definitely tightened all of these hoses a lot more than on the other combine, because we kept having leaks after putting them on. So we're like, fine, I'll screw them on even tighter. So they should not leak this time, but this looks beautiful right here. Zip tied it nice and snug here, so it ain't going anywhere. Hose wrapped it all. Just goes right in the center there. And then out the back, comes right down there. We did tape it just that way that wrap would kind of stay there a little bit better. We're not sure how much debris here is going to affect any of the hoses down there, so rather safe than sorry. It's all new, might as well save it while we can. So we're gonna pull this guy out of here now, and then get to testing it and then cleaning. And they work. Beautiful. And we're done with this one. Actually, I'll show you real quick. This is what happens now when we do turn on the combine. I didn't turn it on, and as you can tell, my header just dropped. It does it a little bit. It's fine. I mean, the only way to combat that is to get another hydraulic motor or hydraulic pump on the machine, but we don't want to spend that kind of money. Because issues in the future, then we might put one on there, but as for now, it's fine. It works. The header drops a little bit, big deal. After that, it works fine, and it doesn't cause any issues throughout the day. At least that's what the other farmer told me when he ran on his. So far, I like it. I think it's going to be a great new addition to our combines. It's definitely going to work a million times better than the spreaders that we had on there. And I am very, very excited to actually run these during harvest. Well, that's gonna do it for this video. I am super, super pumped about these. Hope y'all are as well. Probably not as much. Y'all probably don't care, huh? Anyways, I appreciate y'all for watching. As always, I'll see you guys in the next one.